What is up, everybody? It's Adam from Cubi Studios here, bringing you another video. This time, it's a little something more mainstream, something a little bit newer, something you've probably heard of. It's ARMS. I'm really excited to bring this game to you guys. I've played it a little bit just to kind of get a feel for how it works, so I'm not looking completely ridiculous. It's a ton of fun. It's very unique. I've never played a game like ARMS before, so I'm really amped up to show you this game. Go into a versus match so I can show you the basics here. There's only a few characters, but in my opinion that's okay, because there's a lot of customization and variation you can do within those characters, and even more importantly, every character is so different from one another, which is so huge. You have Springman and Ribbon Girl. Those are the mascots of the game. So those are the ones you're probably the most familiar with. Springman is kind of just an all-arounder. Ribbon Girl, her gimmick, unique thing is that she has 2 jumps, whereas everyone else can only jump up in the air. She can do a mid-air jump. Ninjara is a ninja. He can, if he's in the air and does a dash, he can teleport, and his grab game is ridiculous. Master Mummy is, I hate him. He's the worst, and by the worst I mean he's a really great character. He is huge, and so punching him won't make him flinch like any of the other characters when they get punched. Also, when he guards, when he blocks, he actually heals. His character heals himself. Min Min seems to be everybody's favorite character at the moment. She's really cool. She's a very fast, nimble character, which I like. Mechanica is kind of like Master Mummy in the sense that they're big characters, so getting hit doesn't flinch her either. But her ability is that she can hover mid-air. She has like a jump jet on the back of her. Then there's Twintale, which she's kind of my favorite. She's thick. Extra thick! I hate myself for saying that. She hits hard. She's kind of a glass cannon in my experience. I play glass cannons in a ton of other games, so it works for me. Bite and Bark are very unique. He looks super cool by himself, but he's a robot. Kid Cobra is a snakeboarder, and he decided one day to become an ARMS fighter to get more viewers on his live streams. So, Sam, you know, if you ever want to get more viewers on your live streams, just follow Kid Cobra's example and become a boxer with stretchy arms. Then you have Helix, everybody's favorite, because he's kind of a wacky character. He can stretch his body or shrink his body really small. We're gonna get into the match here, and the first thing you'll notice is it's kind of like a loadout screen like you would see on a lot of other games. So I can pick with the left and right thumbstick which arms I want to use. So I can use the chilas, which they're kind of like boxing gloves, but I can use them to freeze people. I can use parasols. They're pretty slow and they're not very good at attacking, but they're good at deflecting incoming punches. Or I can use the Thunderbird, and the Thunderbird is very fast, but it's not very long range, and it doesn't hit very hard. And it's not very good at deflecting punches. So I can jump, and I can dash, and I can jump and then dash. But I can't dash. Well, I can dash jump, but it's just not as good. So I'm gonna use. So I'm gonna use my parasol to try and deflect his incoming attacks, and use my Chila to just knock on the damage. Wow, and I disabled both of us there. Okay. So you can block, and you can deflect, but doing too much of either will either temporarily drain the amount of damage that your arms do, or they'll completely disable them. It's not really a long thing. I'm getting my butt whooped trying to talk here. This is why I don't use the parasol. He's using his rush mode to try and really deal on the damage here. Fortunately, I was able to block it in time. It was kind of an obvious one. But you can deflect it. If it's a yellow caution symbol like I have right now, means I'm just close to being disabled, and I'm going to be doing less damage. And that wasn't the best one, but it also wasn't the worst. Cool, and they just drop a bomb next to me. I'm going to guard, jump over his other arm, and go for the attack. What's cool though is like you can, boom, got him. I can curve my arms to try and specifically take out one arm, like I did just there. Ooh, I'm going to try and get in this hell circle that they just dropped. Ooh, good duck. Duck to grab. That was really good. So, as you can see, I'm still pretty new at this game, and I'm just going to take a lot of damage here for that, but it's okay. I think we can clutch this out, boys. Now, if I hold down... There we go. Let's go. So if I hold down the jump or the dash button, it's actually going to charge up my arms. Now, the charged arms are slower, but they do more damage, and I actually have a special effect on mine, and every character has a different one. Helix and I have the same effect, where my charges will actually freeze my opponent. So they'll be very slow for a short period of time. So I'm going to try and hit this ball in his general direction. See, now I'm charged. So if I hit him, boom, he's frozen. But he kind of stayed ducked the whole time. So it really didn't matter that he was frozen, because there's not much I can do to hit him there. See, now I'm frozen. It doesn't last for very long, so it's not like a huge detriment. Okay, see, now he got frozen, hit by the electric ball, so he was vulnerable. So I used my rush mode, and I really put the damage onto him there. And now, okay. Throws are, from what I've seen, very, very good in this game. You saw both him and I kind of did the same thing, but it worked out better for me. The outer ring of the map here is a springboard that I can actually jump on. It mixes things up, so not every arena is the same with a different theme. Each arena has different things in it. So there's Spring Stadium, and that's one we were just on, where it's got the springboards on the corners there. Ribbon Ring has boxes that will pop up in the arena, so you can use those for height advantage, you can use them for defense, which is really interesting. The Mausoleum has a floor in the middle that you can break, and if that floor breaks, then there's a trampoline in the middle, which is kind of cool. I don't want to spoil it all for you, so you can kind of get a feel for what it is. But we'll play at one that we haven't been on. We can go to the cinema and do... This one is actually the cars are the interesting mechanic here, which they can be used for defense, but you can also jump on them. Like this. So that's kind of cool. So right there, I went to grab, and she actually threw out a punch with that big electric hook she has. And she did that to deflect my grab. Which is kind of cool. So this stage is kind of really good for Ribbon Girl. She's a very aerial-based character. So being able to jump on those cars, get all that height, and have that double jump, which no one else has but her, is pretty neat. So I'm kind of giving Min Min the business here, and you noticed I was very aerial that game. That's again because Ribbon Girl, that's where she specializes. She wants to be in that air all day. Totally meant to choose the popper, but that's okay. I don't need it. Yeah, so my favorite characters so far are definitely Ribbon Girl and Twintale. Ribbon Girl just feels like a very good character, but I like Twintale as a character more. See, I stunned her with my electricity, and that gave me the opportunity to do a grab, which may have been a little bit more dangerous in that situation. I just got a perfect right there. So I used my electricity ability to stun her, and at that point in time, I was able to get a grab for a lot of damage, which is cool. There is other modes besides just beating up on each other. There's also a team fight, and then there's a few kind of games as well. There's V-ball, which is literally just volleyball, hoops, skill shot, and 1-on-100. So why don't we'll play V-ball first. We'll just go through them in order. And then let's also mix it up character-wise. We'll play Kid Cobra, and then we will fight against Mechanica. And so now this is going to be a little bit of a different strat here, because I need to hit that ball upwards. So the salamander, those are very quick. The hydras, they separate into 3 separate punches. They're all weaker, but if all 3 of them hit you, it's kind of devastating. That's not really good in a volleyball mode right now. So we'll go with the Coolerang and the salamander. And then the ball is going to drop, and the game begins. So that was a really easy first point. If the ball hits the ground, then... Oh, come on, keep it up, keep it up. There we go. If the ball hits the ground, it explodes. You get a point. So what you got to do is kind of manage... Oh, no spikes, no spikes. You got to manage which... You can't just throw out both your arms at the same time, because that's really not going to be effective. But if you do a grab, then what you can do is it sets up for a spike, which is really hard to defend against. But it's more risky because... See, it scored a point on me. It's very risky because if you set it up for... Grabs are slower. And if they hit it, all of a sudden both your arms are tied up in that grab animation, which means that you can't hit the ball back. So you really have to think about which you want to go for, and it's really easy just like, oh, I'm going to throw out both my arms and hit this ball really hard. But if you miss, you don't have a backup arm to hit the ball with. So now let's play some hoops. I'll switch up characters. We'll go with Ninjara and Springman. Now, the goal is to grab your opponent, and that will then your character will throw them into the basketball hoop. And like I said, Ninjara is he's a fast character. He's really good at grabs, which is going to benefit me in this mode. Boom, slam jam, thank you, ma'am. Because if I've got a great grab game, then I'm gonna have a really easy time dunking on this fool. You see, now I'm gonna grab him from the 3-point line. Boom, 3 points. Oh, see, and then I charged up my punch to try and stun him, and got dunked for it instead. Oh, got grabbed again. Ooh, off the rim. That really looks like it hurts. Oh, he wasn't even trying. So it's first to 10. So it's not a super long game. Really the longest mode is hands down just the straight up battle mode. So let's see how this goes. We'll go with double dragon. And the goal here, it seems like, is not to actually hit your opponent, which, although it's definitely possible to do, the goal is to take out these targets. So I really picked the wrong thing here, mainly because these are pretty slow. My gloves are pretty slow here. My arms are pretty slow. And he has some fast ones. Plus, he has Bark over there helping him out to take out even more targets. So I kind of put myself in a real difficult position, which is kind of why I'm getting trounced. I want to retry that. I want a fair fight. So let's go with double rams. Those are faster. As you can tell, I'm already... they're already much faster than what they were. But they stay out longer. Oh, so it looks like I do get points for hitting my opponent. Which is kind of cool. So it is a fighting mode still, but there's also these side objectives of don't forget to take out these targets, because that's equally important. So I'm staging a comeback. Let's go, boys. We got this. Ooh, okay. Big hits. Big hits. Gosh, how does he have so many points already? Holy cannoli. I got trounced. Man. Feels bad. So that was a skill shot mode. Now let's try 1-on-100. Can you survive? I literally have no idea what this mode is. We'll play as Helix. So let's see how this goes. I've actually never played as Helix, but he is a very cool character. So let's choose the Blorb and the Ice Dragon. Okay, so it looks like most of these guys are going to be going down in one hit. But I have health. I have normal health. So I'm going to need to take out all 100 of these fools. Oh, and yeah. Okay, so this is kind of a cool mode. Shrink down, target switch. Oh, see, they got me. They finally hit me. I've only taken out 19. Okay, see, him and I traded blorbs there, which is my left hand. And by doing so, I was able to deflect his punch and then hit him with my other punch, which is, I think, is super cool. Crud. So that's the special move of the blorb there. I kind of really hate it. Confound it. This is not going as well as it did. What's cool about the blorb though is like it bounces. Oof. Oh, crush. Crud, not crush. Boom, got him. Oh no, see, I want to keep those things around for as long as I can because they act as a cover for me, which is really useful, especially when I'm outnumbered like I presently am. So what we're going to do, we're play a little bit more defensive, block a little bit more. I need to take out the guys that are closest to me, but also just be wary because, you know, next thing you know, I could be getting grabbed by someone far away, or like that guy just did, very close up. So thanks, bro. Okay, let's go. So they're kind of dropping health water bottles, I guess that's what those are. Oof, that was brutal. Wow, that was the worst rush mode I have ever seen. I got through 47, almost halfway there. The cell has been threatened. Why would you threaten us? We're gonna go with the tri-bolt and the toaster. Because, like I said, the tri-bolt's a 3-hit. So the objective here is, yes, I have this straightforward punch, but I also have this tri-bolt, which will take out. It's a wider array, so the 3 of them don't hit very hard, but that's fine in this scenario because they're one-hit kill. So if I can use this big fork, seeing right there, I just took out 2 of them. So if I can use that big fork to even just skim the side of one, it's going to be worth it for me because they're a one-hit kill. Whereas just hitting the side of somebody in normal modes, where they have the same amount of health that I do, wouldn't be very good. I feel like we're doing a heck of a lot better than we did with Helix. So we're off to a great start. I'm really liking this. I've never actually played Springman before, and I'm really liking this tri-bolt. So I really think I made a great choice here. We're going to use this springboard to my advantage, stay mobile. I think there's a guy to my right, but I can't get the camera. There he is. Couldn't get the camera to lock onto him. So I have taken a few hits, but thanks to the health ups I've been getting, I'm actually still at full health. So that's great news. These guys are evasive. Boom. Grabbed one. Okay. Missed input. Ooh, double kill. Let's go. God. This guy is juking me. We'll get back to you in a minute, hombre. There we go. There we go. Halfway there, boys. So what's weird is I can use the right analog stick to target switch, but it's very, I don't want to say unreliable, but it just seems like they have to be within a certain range for me to target switch to them. Which I don't know how I feel about that. I'm wondering if even like dual tri-bolt would be a good choice here. They're dropping a lot of water bottles for me to get some health, which is great news. It looks like I'm going to need it. So right there, he just tried to grab me, but I was in my punching animation already. So that just completely stuffed his grab. Ooh, and right there, that was a good call by that guy. He threw both punches, but he arced them, so they were coming in from both directions. I'm taking a lot of hits here. Let's go. Okay. 70 guys taken out so far, so I'm doing so much better than last time already. Oh, okay. Come on. Okay. Ooh, big hits coming through. Let's go. We're a quarter of the way, or 3/4 of the way through, I should say. Not a quarter. Okay. Okay. Bob and weave. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Let's go. Let's at least get me back up to half health. Okay, well, I was there briefly. I really enjoy the art style of this game. It's kind of cartoony, but at the same time, it's just super unique. Ooh, okay. Ow, 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 ow. Close to death. 82. Come on. Okay, so I stuffed one hit. Got that guy. Oh no! I got 86 guys. Oh, that's upsetting. So guys, that was ARMS. Just a quick little look for those that were curious. I am going to continue playing it because I'm just having a ton of fun. But I wanted to make sure that you guys got at least a small taste of what the gameplay's actually like. That way you can make a more informed decision on whether or not you want to purchase it. I know I was talking to like Pokey Awesomer, shoutouts to Pokey, about the game, and he said he was really looking forward to getting it, but he just hadn't heard enough about it to really justify that purchase. So I hope that this helps anybody that was thinking about making this purchase, because it's a ton of fun. I'm having a blast playing it so far. There's a Grand Prix mode that you can use, 10 fights, become a champion. You can even use 2 players. So it's a very fun game to play with your friends, and there's online ranked play. I know some people are going to get super into this game, so I'm pretty excited to watch that, even if I don't get into it myself. But I hope you guys had a great time. I know I sure did. Be sure to subscribe to youtube.com/CubeEyeStudios, follow CubeEye Studios on Twitter, and go to patreon.com/CubeEyeStudios to support the channel so we can make more content for you. Thanks for stopping by, though, and I hope you have a great day.
Hello?
If someone ran up to you like this, would you at least look outside? If someone said bear attacked, like screaming inside the place, wouldn't you at least go, like, look outside? Also, I'm real happy all these people are dead.